Two Atlanta police officers were charged in the connection with Rayshard Brooks' death outside a Wendy's parking lot. But Georgia Congressman Doug Collins is calling foul, saying the charges against the officer by the Fulton County District Attorney are political. Collins wants an independent prosecutor to investigate instead, saying you cannot prosecute cases until the investigation is over. You don't do it for politics. Your job is to find justice for everyone, end quote. Well, joining us is Republican Congressman Doug Collins of Georgia. He is the ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, welcome back.
It's good to be back.
All right. Well, you're asking for this independent prosecutor in the Rayshard Brooks case. Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr, he said that it can be done if the DA says that they're disqualified or the court disqualifies them as well. But do you think that it will happen?
I hope it happens, because justice has to be blind in this case, and they have to do the investigation. And, you know, Attorney General Carr has the right to go to court if he wanted to help force that, or he could continue to put pressure on the DA like I'm trying to do to get an independent prosecutor that actually can make a real judgment call here. The Atlanta Police Department are hurting right now, and they need people to stand behind them.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing from what I read is that the Georgia Bureau of Investigations hadn't even completed its investigation. They put out a statement saying that they hadn't even been consulted before the charges were filed, which I thought was completely odd.
Yeah, they have not been. They were not consulted, have not finished the investigation. And remember, Paul Howard's in a runoff right now, in which he came in second place in the election 2 weeks ago. This is nothing but politics, and there's nothing in the prosecutor's ethics that say that you can prosecute just because you need to win an election.
Yeah, that's true. Let me switch gears for a second today. Speaking of interesting investigations, Michael Flynn looks like he finally might go free, although Alan Dershowitz gave us some concern as to why it might not be the end. What was your reaction to the court finally telling the other court to do its job and stop pressing these charges against Flynn?
Relief. It's time this is over. It's time these people be held accountable. It's time for him to get free as he should have been. And it's time for judges to start being judges and quit being political activists because they don't like this administration. So I'm glad to see this happen. There may be some concern, but I think this will probably hopefully end it, and General Flynn can get on with life that was taken from him by basically corrupt DOJ officials.
You know, Congressman, you've heard a lot of political rhetoric, I'm sure, in your race for the Senate, in your time in the House, and obviously the sparring you do with Jerry Nadler. But I heard something yesterday that really took the current situation to a new level. Nancy Pelosi was doing an interview with CBS Radio, and she was asked about the death of George Floyd. Let me play you a clip of what she said.
There are many, many good people in law enforcement, but not all, and that we have to address those concerns. So when they admit that and have some suggestions that are worthy of consideration, but so far they were trying to get away with murder, actually, the murder of George Floyd.
I think that to me goes so far beyond anything to accuse the Republicans who are putting forward a police reform bill under the leadership of Senator Tim Scott to be guilty of murder. And she's saying today she's not apologizing. There's a lot of stuff that has been said in politics, especially recently. That, to me, probably rises to the top of the list.
But unfortunately, it's not surprising for this speaker. She is one who has abused the rules of this House since she became Speaker again. She's taken on the president every opportunity, calling him everything from, a liar to, to someone who's done criminal acts. This is not new for Nancy Pelosi. What is normal for Nancy Pelosi is to vilify the other side. For those of us who worked on First Step Back, who brought both sides of the parties together, who brought all together so that we could actually make a difference in our communities, this is just sad. She needs to, frankly, step down as Speaker of the House. She's lost her ability to lead, in my opinion, because what she's doing right now is vilifying the other side when we're actually trying to make sure that people are held accountable, too. And as a son of a Georgia State Trooper, that's offensive. She needs to be held accountable.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, you're talking about all the things that Republicans are trying to do in the House and the Senate to advance this issue and deal with the issues today, and yet she's out there accusing people of murder. Like I said, I've heard a lot. I know you certainly have heard a lot. This, to me, rises so much higher than any of this because this is really disgusting what she has said. Anyway, Congressman, thank you for coming back with us and sharing your thoughts on all of these three very important issues.
It's always great to be with y'all. Take care.
All right. Well, thank you.